Hello Ride On people. So today I'm going to ceramic coat my two bikes, my brand new Multistrada V4S and my Triumph Street Triple RS, which is only 3 or 4 months old itself. I own a Rivian, and Brendan Flash, who's a YouTuber and Rivian owner, although now he's just changed it for a Tesla. He actually used these products on his new Model Y, and so I thought I'd do the same with the bikes and see how they come out. These are the products that I used. So I actually prepare my bikes using a product called F11, and I use them F11 on all my vehicles. That's not a cheap product. You can get the details from their website, but I've been very happy using that for the last couple of years. I find it's quite hydrophobic. Hopefully the ceramic coating will be even better. Let's see. The first product is Great's Surface Prep Cleanser. Now this runs at about 20 bucks, I think, and it just really removes any contamination from the surfaces before you begin. You could use rubbing alcohol or something similar to begin with. And I bought the Adams Graphene Ceramic Spray Coating Kit, which comes with a couple of application pads, a couple of very soft microfiber like cloths, and obviously the graphene ceramic spray itself. That runs at about $55 on Amazon. In addition, which I won't be using today, I bought the graphene detail spray, which is just to help maintain it after applying the coat. And I intend to apply 2 coats today. It's warm today, temperature is rising quickly. I'm doing this in a shaded area, and I intend to do 2 coats today. Typically you'll apply the coat, and in this kind of dry climate, warm climate, you want to not leave it on there too long because it gets very difficult to polish off otherwise. You want to apply it, and about 60 seconds later be wiping it off with your clean cloth. So let's prepare it. Prepare the bikes first with the cleanser. So I've just finished cleaning all the painted surfaces and the wheels and the turn signals and the screen on the multi, and even though the bikes were immaculate before, as I thought, fully cleaned and pressure washed and dried and fully cleaned and F11'd and gone over with microfiber cloths, with the surface prep, still got all this dirt out off the bikes. So do your due diligence properly in terms of preparing the bikes. Like any good DIY job, the key to good results is always in the prep. So I'm not sure how well this will come out on camera, but I'm going to start with the screen. Got my application, just soak that a little bit with the graphene, and I'm just going to do nice straight lines down the screen. So you should be able to apply this in theory to any plastic surface and any painted surface quite easily. But I'm just making sure I've got a good coating. I'm just going to go across, and then one more back down, straight lines, which is ideally where we want the rain to run off. Okay, I'm going to do the same for the winglets. Okay, and we'll give that 60 seconds and then we'll wipe that off. Okay, I got my Adams super soft cloth, and if anywhere, this is where we'll see any kind of streaking or problems in terms of removing it. Well, that's come off beautifully. No streaks, no problems, super clear perspex. And remember, you need to do this in the shade when it's not 90 degrees or it's not particularly humid. Just pick a nice, dry, pleasant day and don't leave it on too long. So now I'll progress with the rest of the bodywork and the wheels, and we'll see what it looks like at the end. Well, it's getting hotter, 76 degrees now, and I'm starting to sweat a little bit after cleaning the bike for the upteenth time. But the graphene went on very, very cleanly, very smoothly, and it also came off very quickly. I was only leaving it on any one surface for no longer than 60 seconds or so, and I wouldn't recommend you leave it longer than that. It kind of bonds pretty instantly, and if you leave it longer than that, you can typically get it off, but you're going to require quite a bit of elbow grease, and just best to avoid that. But let me show you the results so far. I don't know how much will be picked up on the camera, but the screen looks awesome, and I kind of did the underside as best I could. Probably should have just taken that off actually and done the whole thing, both sides. Also did the lights and the plastics. Now the plastics came up amazing. Again, I don't know if it will show up on film, but they've come up super glossy and black. Really, really nice. Kind of similar coating to silicone spray in effect. And you could instantly see it as soon as you put the graphene. I put it on the mirrors and the handguards as well, and this matte plastic on the mudguard. As soon as you applied it, it looked very glossy, very smooth, and you could definitely see that it was adhering and coating. I put it on this air duct wing here, and also all the bodywork. Another area that came up really nice was the plastics on the tank here. They've come up very glossy and clean looking, and also the panniers look absolutely amazing. Again, I doubt the camera is going to do this remotely any justice, but they just look so super slick and clean now. Very, 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 very nice. Very pleased with the way that came out, and I was so pleased with the way it was going. I even did ancillary plastics like this just for the hell of it, turn signals and the tag plate. So far so good, looking good. I'm going to do it on the street triple now, and we'll see whether there's any differences with the Triumph, but I doubt it on first impressions. Super nice, wheels looking very glossy, and so far it's a result. Well, it's getting closer to 80 degrees now. There's plenty of water inside my latex gloves, and I'm starting to sweat like a pig. So nearly time to go in for a cup of coffee, but my work here is complete, and I have to say probably exceeded my expectations so far. The cleaning product, which I thought I don't really need that, you know, I'll just use rubbing alcohol or F11 or something. I bought that really just for the video, really, just to follow Brendan Flash's instructions when he did his Model Y. And but I have to say that did fetch off quite a bit more muck, and I'd already cleaned the bikes a couple of times prior to that. So again, prep. Probably the most impressive thing isn't so much the paintwork, but actually the plastics. The matte plastics really come up nice and glossy and shiny, and also the windshield on the bike. I did do the lights front and rear and the mirrors, as well as all the plastics and the wheels. Wheels have come out really nice. Let me show you the street triple. Again, I'm not sure how much will be picked up on camera, but look at this, beautiful. It's like it's day one, fresh, straight out of the shop. Really nice. Very happy with the way they came up, and all the paint looks fantastic as well. Really careful to make sure you get any streaks or any residue left on the paintwork. You really want to get that out, because it will show up like a sore thumb. Because the multi came out well, I did the back of the mirrors and even the backs of the levers, as well as the lights and the bodywork and the turn signals, which come up nice and glossy as well. They were quite matte black, and now they look distinctly more satin. So overall, pretty pleased with that. So I've run some water off the bodywork and it just beads off, it just shoots off like a ski slope. So I'm not going to show you VT of that. I think you know what water shooting off bodywork looks like, but it is very impressive, the hydrophobic properties of it. I'm quite impressed. I really kind of thought I'm not really going to see much different to my kind of beloved F11 that I use regularly, and typically I'll still probably use F11 after I pressure wash the bikes and clean them periodically. However, I think I'm definitely ceramic coating convert. I'll reserve judgment till I'm out in my first monsoon, but I'll report back in videos as to how that's gone. But in theory, this looks great. I'm very, very happy with the deep finish, and I intend to do this maybe twice a year. Do it in the fall, and then do it again in the spring. And I tend to ride through winter, so I think they're kind of ideal times, temperature-wise, for where I live. That may be different to your conditions where you live, and if you are a high mileage commuter, you maybe want to do this quarterly, something like that. And if you are a dry weather rider and maybe do 2,000 or 3,000 miles a year, maybe just once a year, just before the riding season, when you're prepping your bike, ceramic coat it, and you'll be good to go in terms of the bike's protection and the way it looks, and it will just make it easier to clean as well. That's the key thing. It will stay looking cleaner and will also be cleaner next time you clean it, plus it protects the vehicle. So for less than $100, everything I bought was like $90 all in. I think it's good value for money probably. So anyway, if you try these products yourself, let me know in the description if they work for you, and if you try alternative products or you favor alternative products, put those in the descriptions, in the comments below, just to help other people out. All these products, you can see them from the pictures, were procured from Amazon, so just go to your friendly Amazon store and they'll be here within a couple of days. You can ceramic coat your motorcycle this weekend. All right, sayonara.
Hey you, if you want to become one of the Ride On people, don't forget to subscribe. Ride often, ride carefully, ride on.